choreography is very sharp, but also has its elegant moments as well.
Merritt had an excellent performance last year at the MAC Championships, tied for 7th on floor with a 9.850.
Front full and a half. Landed with her chest a little bit low. The judges can take 1 even 2/10 for that.
Northern Illinois on the vault with Megan Greenfield. Former Illinois State champion at Crystal Lake High School in Illinois.
Greenfield finished 14th on the vault last year. Looking to improve today.
And I think she did just that. A beautiful Yurchenko full. Her form was impeccable in that vault. You can really see the difference between a Yurchenko full that is good and one that is great based on how laid out they are. Are they able to open up and almost arch a little bit? Or are they looking piked and hollow?
Anna Corbett for Western Michigan with ice on her right ankle. For Western Michigan. Something you hate to see on this stage. 6 rotations in at the MAC Championships. Bowling Green on the bars.
A great routine so far. Gonna try to get a stuck dismount in this laid out, full twisting double layout. And she got it. The Falcons are ecstatic about that. To get a stick on such a difficult dismount is incredible.
Finish from Ellingbo. She's had some success in championships before. Went to the USA Gymnastics Junior Olympic National Championships in high school and finished 14th on the bars. Bowling Green with Alyssa Nocella next up on the bars to close things out. Nocella with that patented intensity. Looking to finish strong here at the MAC Championships in her senior season.
Not quite there on her casts, but a great pike Jaeger out of a blind change. And a double layout dismount. Didn't stick it.
Very happy with her performance.
Absolutely, and the judges love to see that. In many cases, coaches are gonna have their gymnasts do that, regardless of how they feel about the routine, just so that the judges see them absolutely beside themselves with excitement about a routine. A judge doesn't necessarily know what your best is, and if you act like that was the best you can do, sometimes a judge will bump the score up a little bit.
The anchor for Central Michigan on the beam is Katie Clements.
A great triple flight series there. Handspring layout. She holds it just to make sure the judges saw that she did not wobble. That's an important move for her here at MAC. When the judges are seeing so many routines, when you do something really great, you want to just hold it and make sure they saw it. full dismount. Very happy group of Chippewas over there.
Clemens closes out rotation 6 for Central Michigan on the beam.
That was an incredible routine. A little wobble there in the middle, but still a great score, I'm sure.
The judges calculating their scores. And every 10th, every deduction crucial today for Central Michigan, looking to get back atop the Mid-American Conference. Brooklyn, obviously, there's some nerves coming into rotation 1 and rotation 2, but how do those nerves kind of build up awaiting your scores toward the end of the meet?
Toward the end of the meet, all the emotions are just running so much higher even than they were at the beginning. Your nerves are out, but you are faced with knowing what the scores already are, and you know what you have to do. When 3 9-9s for one team have already come through, like Eastern Michigan, each team following them up is thinking, okay, I have to put this out there.
A little bit more pressure towards the end.
Yes, lots of pressure here at the end when you can see the other scores.
The Mid-American Conference honors gymnasts each week throughout the season. Bowling Green certainly making their presence felt with being named, with one of their athletes being named a Mid-American Conference Gymnast of the Week 5 times, with Mitchell, Feely, Nocella, Heath, and then Nocella again. So rather 4 athletes for Bowling Green, but 2 mainstays atop that list, Kendall Valentin and Denasia Christian, names you'd expect to see, as well as Rachel Stupinski, who did not compete here today due to an injury, as she was a late scratch yesterday. Kelsey Hood for Western Michigan on the floor.
The sophomore looking to wrap things up here for Western Michigan.
That was a very sharp double pike for her first pass. And a front layout, front full for the middle. Didn't quite make it on that leap. That'll be a deduction for her. When a gymnast is faced in that situation, sometimes they have to have a plan B and know what would happen. If she doesn't get credit for her leap, that'll be an enormous deduction. So sometimes you'll see a gymnast do something else that's not really part of their routine to try and make up for that. And a double full back layout step out, a very uncommon last pass.
Kelsey Hood closes it out for Western Michigan on the floor. That concludes rotation 6 here at the MAC Championships inside Worthen Arena. The finish line is next in rotation 7 here on ESPN 3.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, where the 6th rotation has just finished. Now today we've seen tears, we've seen laughter, we've seen cheering, and we've seen gymnasts really hit the routines. The 7th and final rotation will be up next. Now today's meet was produced entirely by the students of Ball State SportsLink, the only digital sports production major in the country. We have alumni all over the United States and have won over 70 national, state, and local awards, including regional Emmy Awards and professional Emmy Awards. Now you can catch more from Ball State SportsLink on ESPN3 over the next month. Ball State men's volleyball will host Ohio State on March 25th. And the 2nd annual Chirpies will be held on April 11th with guest stars Orlando Jones, Hunter Smith Band, and former Ball State football alum and current New Orleans Saints Willie Snead. April 22nd through the 24th, Ball State baseball will host Bowling Green. Now back to you, Connor.
If you're just joining us, buckle in. One of the best the Mid-American Conference has to offer. Denasia Christian about set to take the floor for Ball State here in rotation 7. Final rotation before we decide a champion here in the Mid-American Conference this afternoon. In rotation 6, Northern Illinois was on the vault.
There were some excellent vaults from NIU here today. Almost entirely fulls, and all of their form was impeccable.
Led off by Megan Gilliam, Ashley Potts, and Megan Greenfield, 2 of the leaders for Northern Illinois, with Greenfield scoring a 9.800. Gilliam led it off with a 9.700. As for Bowling Green, they were on the bars with Lauren Feely and Alyssa Nocella, the athletes that we had our eyes on for Bowling Green.
Really difficult dismounts here for the Falcons. A couple of double layouts and even a full twisting double layout that was stuck.
There are the scores for Bowling Green, as Nocella scores a 9.775 and Ellingbo with a 9.850, a strong showing for the Falcons on the bars. Before Denasia Christian takes the floor for Ball State, Alexis Williams has more on Christian.
Now the 7th rotation is up next, and all eyes are going to be on the floor, where the 2-time defending MAC co-floor champion Denasia Christian is going to take over. She was walking into the arena with her headphones on, and you could really see the focus and intensity. Coach Helene told me moments ago that Denasia knows what she needs to do to execute and bring that title home for a 3rd time.
Thank you, Alexis. So look at Denasia Christian's accolades. 2014, 2015. She was in this very same spot and walked away with the Mid-American Conference Championship. And Brooklyn, it seems like every time she takes the floor, everybody in the gym just stops and watches her.
She commands attention. Denasia Christian doesn't wait for people to look at her. She tells them, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Look at this floor pass, I'm the only one here to do it. The full twisting double pike, and she just executes it perfectly. She is not known to really mess up on this event.
Christian will need a 9.925 or above to grab her 3rd straight title. The leader right now is Jordan Hardison for Kent State, so the pressure very well could be on for Denasia Christian. Central Michigan in rotation 6 was on the beam as we take a look at some of their highlights, led by Taylor Bolander and Casey Janowitz.
Sarah Lipovich, Rebecca Osler, Michaela Romino, and Ali Barrera.
Take a look at the scores for Central Michigan. Katie Clements anchored them with a 9.875 against Central Michigan. Rather, Bolander had a 9.900 to lead them. Katie Clements, the 2nd highest score for Central Michigan.
Now the Chippewas unfortunately had to count a fall here on this event. They had to count a 9.25, and that's going to set them back.
That came from Caroline Fitzpatrick. Western Michigan was on the floor with Anna Corbett and Kelsey Hood, as we see Audrey Merritt on her final pass. Seen some spectacular performances on the floor today, most notably from Eastern Michigan with 3 9.9s. The leader, Rachel Underwood for Western Michigan, just under that mark with a 9.875 for Western Michigan. The entire regular season has led up to this rotation right here where a conference champion will be crowned, with Eastern Michigan on the vaults, Kent State on the bars, Bowling Green on the beam, and Ball State takes the floor with Denasia Christian, looking for an individual Mid-American Conference championship.
This is the rotation that everyone wants to be in. Everyone wants to be ending on these events. They don't want to be ending in a bye. This is when the judges are really going to be giving out great scores. They have nothing to hold back from now.
If you're Northern Illinois, Central Michigan, or Western Michigan right now, you just have to anxiously wait back in the locker room as Eastern, Kent State, Bowling Green, and Ball State compete for the final time here in the Mid-American Conference Championship.
Switch leap into a gainer layout step out, ending up with a beat jump. It's a long series on beam.
Feely looking to improve here on beam from last year's score at the MAC Championships of a 9.500.
A beautiful back handspring layout step out. Smiling at the judges. Cartwheel, gainer full as her dismount.
Super happy to set the tone for her teammates is Lauren Feely.
She certainly is. That lead out spot on beam at the MAC Championships in the last event is a hard spot to be in, and she did very well.
Skyly Lamano for Kent State on the bars.
Beautiful form in her Tkachev there. Didn't quite hit that handstand, but got Coach Big in there, letting her know he's there on that shoot over. Once again, didn't quite hit that cast, but a giant full double tuck to end it off. Similarly to the Chippewas, the Golden Flashes are known for sticking their dismounts. But right here in their first leadoff routine, didn't quite get that stick.
For Ball State, Shelby Arms takes the floor.
Shelby Arms is one of the most improved gymnasts on Ball State's team. She loves to show personality on this event as she's smiling out at the crowd, her home crowd.
The only event Shelby Arms has competed in today.
A 2.5 punch front.
Arms, a former Indiana State floor champion at the club level in high school.
And a great jump series there. Arms works very hard on that leap in the gym. Great middle pass there. She's a great tumbler and a great twister as well. Showing some personality there, and she's got her team right there to help her out. Smiling at the judges. Beautiful routine for Shelby Arms. Very happy with that routine, running back to her team.
Thrilled as we see her final tumble.
If Sydney Finke didn't set the tone, Shelby Arms definitely did for this Cardinal team.
We go over to the defending champion on the bars, Rebecca Osmer for Kent State.
Getting some last-minute pointers from Coach Biggin. She gets ready to perform on her event.
Osmer has competed in every meet since her sophomore year. Has lots of time to fix the kinks and bends and try and perfect her routine.
Came a long way to Kent, Ohio, a native of Atwater, California. The go-ahead has been given from the judge. We find out if Osmer can defend her title.
Didn't quite hit her cast to handstand. Has a beautiful giant full into, oh no, missed her release there.
She'll take some time and chalk back up and get back on the bars.
The gymnasts have 30 seconds to regroup, get some more chalk, and their coach can lift them back up to the bar.
Try to pick up where she left off, or do you restart here?
Well, it depends on how badly you missed the release. If you touch your hands, you don't have to redo it, but if you did not touch your hands, then you have to redo it. Giant full into a stuck double tuck. But had a hard time bringing that back after her momentum was shot. That's a difficult spot to be in as a senior and have your last routine here at MAC not work out the way you wanted to.
Anchor for Eastern Michigan on the vault with all MAC selection, Kendall Valentin.
A beautiful full. Took a couple steps out of it there. Not her best, but still excellent form. And the Eagles are in great position right now.
Good news for Eastern Michigan is not Valentin's best is better than most people's best. The all-conference selection on the vaults.
Valentin, just a sophomore, being a leader for this Eagle team, really showing today.
You can see the Cardinals getting the crowd to chirp with them over there.
Definitely been a difference in the atmosphere compared to past years for Ball State competing inside Worthen Arena for the first time this season. Gymnast, do you prefer a bigger venue or a more compact venue like Ball State used to have?
Generally a more compact one so that you can really feel the crowd there with you. But there's nothing quite like an enormous arena full of people to perform in front of. Now Sarah Ebeyer here on the floor, one of the Ebeyer sisters, is going to wow everyone today with her incredible performance. She loves to dance.
Has lots of energy as well, especially on the floor.
She's one of Ball State's best on floor. A beautiful double pike. Landed a little bit short. Gorgeous leap series there. Nothing for the judges to take. Front Rudy, back layout, step out. She's certainly trying to follow up her sister's incredible floor routine. smiling over at the judges. And a front full front pike to end it for Sarah Ebeyer.
Ebeyer met by a standing ovation by the Ball State section. And she finishes up strong performances from her fellow Ball State teammates. All three of them on floor for Ball State with 9.8s or above. For Kent State in the bars, it's Allie Barrero, the anchor for the Flashes.
A beautiful routine there. Didn't quite stick that dismount, but she has incredible difficulty and beautiful execution through that routine.
She tied for third last year at the MAC Championships with a 9.850. Kent State, Central Michigan, and Eastern Michigan all trying to make their last routines count before the final tallies are recorded.
Erin Patchy, senior, heading into her last floor routine.
All the build up for Denasia Christian.
Pike there, landing a little short. And an incredible leap series. Gearing up for her middle pass here. A front full front pike. Beautiful. Ending her floor routine with a full and a half front layout. And we can see some tears coming from Erin Patchy there as she finishes her last routine. A very emotional moment for a senior, finishing a floor routine at home. In front of her family, in front of her friends. She needs hugs from teammates as her gymnastics career comes to an incredible close. Erin Patchy is one who just loves gymnastics. There are some who do the sport, live and breathe it, but she is one who is constantly watching it on TV, looking up scores from other people to share with her teammates so that they know what they're getting themselves into at a meet. She's one who is just completely tuned into the sport. Gymnastics is her life.
Patchy nearly had her senior season cut short. She was in a boot earlier on this season. But here's the build-up for Ball State. Can Denasia Christian defend her 2 Mid-American Conference titles on the floor?
Denasia Christian looking cool as a cucumber there, knowing that she has this in the bag. That smirk, she knows she's good.
Rightfully so.
Exactly.
Christian needs a 9.925 to defend that title.
Incredible full twisting double pike.
So much power coming from Christian, and that is why she's the anchor and a 2-time champion.
You don't see that pass at other schools. You don't see that pass anywhere here at the MAC because you have to be so extremely talented to be able to do that. While other teams are watering their routines down to try and have high scores, Denasia Christian is not doing that, along with other people at Ball State here on the floor.
Chasing Jordan Hardison of Kent State, who scored a 9.925. Christian almost has to be perfect to be a three-time champion.
Luckily for Christian, she can do that. Here coming into her last pass, a double tuck. Beautiful. Will it be enough?
She seems to be very confident.
And with that, Denasia wraps up her Mid-American Conference career.
Could that be a championship routine? Could that be number 3 in a row?
Fans were all into that routine as well. Talked about earlier, everyone stops and watches.
She landed a little bit heavy on that double tuck. We'll see what the judges think.
It's all in the judges' hands now for Denasia Christian. Can she close out her career as one of the most decorated gymnasts in Ball State history with a 3rd straight Mid-American Conference title on floor? Emotion starting to pour out of her as well.
She's keeping her composure here. No tears from Christian yet. A 9.95 for Christian, and she takes the 1st place for the 3rd year in a row.
Christian with a deep sigh of relief. You can see it on her face. Incredible. 3 times, 3 years in a row, Christian becomes the floor champion for Ball State.
Today, she is not tying for that title like she did last year. Today, it's all hers. 9.95. She is the only one to have that score tonight. And with that, she'll be on the podium by herself in the 1st place position.
Christian, a gymnast that took a risk coming to Muncie from Roanoke City, Virginia. Could have stayed out east and competed in gymnastics. Instead came to the Midwest. She'll leave Ball State after her senior season as one of the most decorated student athletes in Ball State gymnastics history.
Ball State will be losing an incredible athlete, not just for gymnastics, like you said, but for the entirety of Ball State athletics. She is a game changer for Ball State as a whole.
As Christian celebrates her floor championship, Bowling Green looks to finish up strong in the beam. Here's the anchor, Laura Mitchell.
An incredible mount. You do not see that very often. That is unique and extremely difficult. A beautiful series, back handspring back layout.
Another freshman who had an explosive year last year and has proved her way onto the beam performance today at the MAC Championship.
She has beautiful execution here on this event, not only in her dance, but also in her skills. Very fluid movements, sure landings, chin up, eye contact with the judges. A very elegant routine here for Bowling Green. In a bit of a difficult position to follow up Denasia Christian, even if you're on a different event. And a double full dismount.
Great performance by the sophomore Laura Mitchell for Bowling Green.
Mitchell closes it out for Bowling Green. Results are starting to flow in. That concludes rotation 7 of 7 here at the MAC Championships. Who's walking home with the overall championship? What about individually? We'll find out next here inside Worthen Arena on ESPN3.
Has trying to find the right college turned your life upside down? At Ball State, students learn management in a working restaurant. At Ball State, you can use cutting-edge tools to design the architecture of sustainable communities. And at Ball State, artists polish their skills.
At Ball State, students are involved.
So involved, we made this commercial.
Ball State University, where our learners become leaders.
Dear Ball State, you have become one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You are a place of creativity.
A place who puts students first.
I am a part of you, and you are a part of me.
No matter where I go or where my dreams take me.
We never give up. You taught me that lesson.
Now,
we train for our careers.
Now,
we sharpen our minds.
Now, it's our time.
It's been an intriguing meet all around as we have concluded all 7 rotations in the Mid-American Conference Gymnastics Championships. A winner to be crowned here in moments. Fans on the edge of their seats. The student athletes have returned to the locker room as they await their fate as we find out who the individual and team champions are here inside Worthen Arena in Muncie here this afternoon. It's been a great meet all around, competitive from all 7 teams. Let's take a look back at the meet highlights with 7 teams and 99 athletes on display here today in the Mid-American Conference Championships.
Some really beautiful tumbling from Central Michigan today. And of course, always beautiful gymnastics from Kent State with Nicole Eastman there.
Western Michigan also with a strong showing on the beam. But it was Eastern Michigan who stole the day with 3 9.9s on the floor.
But not the floor champion. 9.95 from Denasia Christian.
Kimberly Ebeyer and then Eastern Michigan closing it out with another 9.90.
An incredible day for the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
Well, look at the prize that is on the line here this afternoon. The results filing in. We'll find out who the individual champions and team champion are next. After this, this is Mid-American Conference Gymnastics on ESPN3.
Has trying to find the right college turned your life upside down? At Ball State, students learn management in a working restaurant. At Ball State, you can use cutting-edge tools to design the architecture of sustainable communities. And at Ball State, artists polish their skills.
At Ball State, students are involved.
So involved, we made this commercial.
Ball State University, where our learners become leaders.
Dear Ball State, you have become one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You are a place of creativity.
A place who puts students first.
I am a part of you, and you are a part of me.
No matter where I go or where my dreams take me.
We never give up. You taught me that lesson.
Now,
we train for our careers.
Now,
we sharpen our minds.
Now it's our time.
Back here inside Worthen Arena, the home of Ball State Gymnastics, where a Mid-American Conference champion is about to be crowned. Still waiting the results as the team scores and the individual scores are filing in. One of the teams in the mix is Eastern Michigan, coming in as the number 24th ranked team in the entire country at 15-3-1, led by Jay Santos in his second year. They had an excellent meet. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights for Eastern Michigan as they look to potentially take their first Mid-American Conference championship since 2007, their second in school history. If they win it, it likely will be due to their performance on the floor.
Their performance on the floor today was just incredible. They had 3 9-9s in a row, but beyond their floor exercise, they had an incredible meet all around, led by their coach, Jay Santos.
Consistency has been the buzzword for all 7 head coaches in Eastern Michigan. Certainly epitomized consistency today.
The metamorphosis they have had in these past 2 years since Coach Santos has taken over has been unmatched by any other. He has completely transformed this program with the talent that was already there.
This just in, we have the final scores, and the Mid-American Conference champion for 2016 are the Eastern Michigan Eagles, their second all-time and first since 2007. So the 24th ranked Eastern Michigan Eagles, you put another feather in their cap, already going to regionals, and now they're Mid-American Conference champions as well.
This is just an amazing day for them. They have had such an unmatched season. You know, they weren't regular season champions like Kent State, but this change for them under Coach Santos has been incredible. And to win conference when normally that's going to be a toss-up between Kent State and Central Michigan, they came in here and they took it.
No matter what happened today, Eastern Michigan already qualifying for regionals, which will take place at 6 different sites on April the 2nd. With the way they performed today, they might be primed for a run April 15th and 16th in Fort Worth, Texas for the championships.
That would be an incredible accomplishment for a MAC school.
Eastern Michigan still in the locker room, have not found out their fate yet. They will in a matter of moments. We'll have the rest of the results here for the MAC championships next here on ESPN3. Can I see that rundown? No, the rundown. Thank you. No.
Has trying to find the right college turned your life upside down? At Ball State, students learn management in a working restaurant. At Ball State, you can use cutting-edge tools to design the architecture of sustainable communities. And at Ball State, artists polish their skills.
At Ball State, students are involved.
So involved, we made this commercial.
Ball State University, where our learners become leaders.
Dear Ball State, you have become one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You are a place of creativity,
A place who puts students first.
I am a part of you, and you are a part of me.
no matter where I go or where my dreams take me.
We never give up. You taught me that lesson.
Now,
We train for our careers.
Now,
We sharpen our minds.
Now
Now
it's our time.
Back here inside Worthen Arena for the Mid-American Conference Gymnastics Championships, as each team about to come out for the award ceremonies. Individual winners to be announced, as well as the team champion, who we just learned is Eastern Michigan. Will have a chance to be perched atop the pedestal, hoisting the trophy that you see there. Here are the final scores. Eastern Michigan, a 196-425 to win the meet here today. Ball State right behind them with a 195-650. A little bit of a surprise there for Ball State, creeping up there into the top two with Bowling Green and Central Michigan, and Kent State, Northern Illinois, and Western Michigan to follow suit. If you look at the scores on each event, Ball State struggled throughout the regular season, but Joanna Salim said that it was her goal to finish in the top three this season at the Max, and Ball State did that. Second behind Eastern Michigan, Brooklyn. That's pretty amazing for Ball State, as they didn't expect to be in the top three here today.
That is an unbelievable accomplishment for Ball State, coming from behind. They didn't have this kind of season earlier, but they proved that it doesn't matter what kind of season you had before. All that matters is how you do today, right now, on each event. They took it one event at a time, and they ended up in second. That is unheard of for Ball State thus far, but they proved that it's not. They proved that they can do whatever they want to do, as long as they do the best they can do right here, right now.
You talk about peaking at the right time. Ball State last year finished sixth, tied for sixth with Northern Illinois in the MAC championships. They catapult all the way up to second here today.
That is incredible. Those women on that team are going to be beside themselves, and well deserved. They've had a great season for themselves, and it's great to see Eastern Michigan and Ball State up there at the top, when that's not necessarily the same story as it was in the previous years. It's nice to see fresh teams up there in the lead.
Well, the teams that have dominated this championship since the outset in 1981 have been Central Michigan and Kent. Central Michigan with 15 titles, the most in conference history, Kent with 12. And then the two teams that finished 1 and 2, Eastern Michigan and Ball State today, only 2 titles before today combined all time since 1981. Eastern Michigan adds to that total with their second.
It just goes to show that it doesn't matter how a team has done previously, and it doesn't matter who is picked as the favorite. All that matters is how each team shows up. If the top teams show up and don't do their best, or if the weaker teams come through and do their absolute best, it can all change from each event.
Eastern Michigan has to feel a sense of relief right now. For more on that, with the championship head coach, Jay Santos of Eastern Michigan, it's Alexis Williams.
Coach, it's your first program win since 2007. What does this do for your program?
I think it just really solidifies the year. I mean, we've been going strong all year. We've been doing great things, you know, breaking school records, all that's great. But now we were able to finish it. We were able to show up today, do exactly what we've been doing all year, and finish off this year for us. So I'm amazingly proud of the kids. They did a fantastic job today.
We talked consistency early on, and your team did nothing but show consistency. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just all the hard work they put in. We preach it. We practice it every day in practice. We don't lower the standard ever. And I think that's where it comes out in the meets. That's what they're expected to do in practice, so that's what they show up with.
Thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations on the MAC championship title.
Thank you.
A look at Jay Santos, the Eastern Michigan head coach and champion. And now we'll look at the final results. Eastern Michigan, a 196.425 to take the Mid-American Conference crown. Ball State and Bowling Green medal as well as a team with a 195.650 for Ball State, shocking the entire conference in second place. And then Bowling Green, who is our dark horse here today, with a 195.625 to finish in third.
What's so incredible, though, is the difference between each team is really not that much. You know, there's just a couple of tenths between each one, but it's making a huge difference. It's a stuck dismount here, pointed toe there, but it's the difference between second and fifth.
Very competitive meet all around today that sees Eastern Michigan reign victorious as they are your Mid-American Conference champion in gymnastics for 2016. Today's Ball State Sports Link production was produced by Aaron Hepp and directed by J.C. Obringer. For Morgan Landis and Brooklyn Schumacher, I'm Connor Onion saying so long from Muncie, where Eastern Michigan is your 2016 Mid-American Conference champion. To watch this entire meet on replay, as well as other games in our family of ESPN networks, log on to WatchESPN.com or download the Watch ESPN app. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been a presentation of ESPN.